Have you got your coffee ready? We are going to start the morning breaking news soon. And we'll see my cuties. By the way, I don't know if you know or not, I have my own channels, which is Amazing CC. It's all about girls. Me and my bestie, we do test drive, we talk about some cars, some food, sometimes we have a vlog. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, you can go to Amazing CC. It's your sister channel. Hello everyone, if you just joined now, grab your coffee, we will start the live show very soon. Today we have very exciting news for you, something you guys may be familiar with. You all know Tesla, right? Elon Musk just arrived in Beijing today with his private jet. And we are going to have a look about which jet he took and what is he going to do in China, which Chinese car company is he going to visit. Well, you maybe already see my first page. It's about NIO, and they just launched their ES6 car. I think it was last week. Yes, last week. They announced, actually, they put their car in the Shanghai auto shows. Guys, if you are a huge fan of Chinese cars, you definitely know Shanghai auto shows. And they put the model in Shanghai auto shows, but they didn't put the price on. So many people saying they're taking a very cautious step because they don't want to they want to have a look for the market and then put the price. Because if they put too high, they maybe lose some buyers. Because as we all know, Chinese cars are very competitive, especially they like new energy cars. So let me see how many friends are here. And if you're new here, we're going to start 7 o'clock in the New York time every day, every morning, and Monday to Friday. It's the working days, working days. So every morning, Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock, I will be waiting here for 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes, we'll just do some chit chat, and then we will start today's news. And you can, in the screen, you can have a quick look about the first news we're going to talk about. And you can know the following up. Every day we post about 3 to 5 news, mostly about chat too with you guys. Alright, if you haven't got your coffee or your breakfast cereal ready, you still have 1 minute to do, and then we will start talk about the Chinese New EV news today. Right, looks like it's 7:05 now. We are officially start with today's first news. Let's have a look. NIO app stopped showing waiting time for the new ES6. If you don't know what is the new ES6, it's already existing model ES6 car, which just looks like this. They have been on the market since 2022, but they had a new version of ES6. You can looking forward for this car because very tomorrow we are going to the test drive and we will come out a new video about the ES6. But first, let's have a look for the news. NIO has produced some ES6 vehicle based on designer recommendation configuration combination, and deliveries to the customer vehicle will begin in mid-June. NIO mobile app has stopped showing the waiting time for the new ES6, which previously showing and excluding delivery date in May. I guess you can understand why they stopped showing a waiting time, right? Because it's quite popular. We have booked our test drive tomorrow, and the test drive, it's different than the normal test drive. We had one vlog already about the previously test drive, which was happened 2 weeks ago. We went to the IM. I don't know, you guys know this brand one. It's also a very strong new brand in China. We did a test drive. It was quite, how do I say, it's quite casual. What we did is we arrived on the car and there was some stuff from the AM. And they showed us around with the car, and then my friend or me can test drive by themselves. But this one, it's a special one because it actually have the program. You guys can looking forward for it. Let's get back to the news. The electronic vehicle maker officially launched the new ES6 in China on May 21st, As I said last week, when this announced a starting price of RMB 368,000, including the batteries, that's quite expensive. Because as you can see, this is SUV size, and they are aiming to make it as a luxury brand car. You know, they have I did a pre-look for inside. They have quite luxury design like leather seat and zero gravity seat. They all have it, and the speaker is extremely good. I'm going to put my favorite music tomorrow, and you guys have a look. So, delivery of the new ES6 starting in 13 regions in China on the night of the launch on May 24th, NIO announced on Weibo. This is NIO's fastest move from launch to delivery, as it changed its strategy to produce some vehicles earlier for quicker delivery. NIO began produce the new ES6 based on design recommend configuration, and if consumer purchase has this vehicle, deliveries will officially begin in May 25th, according to the May 24th post on NIO app. We see. So what they're trying to do here, from my understanding, is from the announce day, they do a very fast delivery. Let me guess. Maybe that's why, because once you pay, and every company has launched a lot of cars. So in China, as I see news every day, each brand approximately every 3 months they launch a new model of their car, and if the same time let's say the NIO launched 2 months ago, and between this waiting time, customer can actually change their mind. So they are doing a really good move about shorter the launching days and delivery day. Customers who wish to customize the vehicle can look in their orders in NIO app, and delivery will begin in the mid-June. Notably, NIO appears to still be in the process of remoting up the capacity of the new ES6, and the delivery will be the model appears the limited last week. NIO vehicle, 1,600 insurance registered last week. That means 1,600 people will definitely going to buy, according to the figure. This means, there's the meaning. This means that NIO uncalculated sales for the months through last week were about 5,300 units. NIO numbers for the first 3 weeks of May were 1,100, 1,200, 1,400 units respectively. They did say NIO launched this new mood. It's, how do I say, I've saved their ass. That's a quite verbal language, so they are not doing very great at the beginning of this year. As we know, like we got car with BYD, we got AN, we got Xiaopeng, and the car is quite competitive. And NIO has been good for a while, but they're looking for the breaking point to launch some new, to attracting people to buy it. Expect delivery date for NIO's other model remain unchanged today. And with the new ES8 set to begin delivery in June, the ES7 will wait time will about 4 weeks, the ET7 with 5 to 6 weeks, and the ET7 with about 3 weeks, and the ET5 with 2 to 3 weeks. Right. I don't know, because if you follow us, you probably know personally, I just got my driving lesson. I don't have a car yet. What is the normal waiting time for you guys? Because it is like iPhone. The other day I watched a videos about the new electronic car are getting the looks like the smartphone. Do you remember the first couple of days when the smartphone just got too popular? I think I had the very first smartphone was iPhone 7, and ever since that, it's every brand start to launching the phones every 3-5 months they have a new model, and electronic car are getting to like that path, which means the waiting time is extremely crucial. Because imagine if you're waiting right now, they say about 4 weeks, right? What if in the future the waiting time for 4 weeks, by the same time they can launch another product, you know? So they definitely has to shorten the time to wait. Let's have a look for the different version. ES7 side one. If it's just some Chinese, you guys can't understand it. Here is just showing the different version of the battery. So they didn't say in the news. Let's just scrolling up for the car section. This car, on their showtime, they did mention. I don't know if you guys know or not. Neon is doing a very different move. They are the only one in China you can swap the battery. So if you buy this car, if you order now, every month you can change their battery for 4 to 6 times. And it's starting from the standard for 4 times. My colleague has a Neon car. It's very convenient. Imagine that. So pretty much you just buy a car and you never need to buy extra if you buy a petrol car, right? You have to charge, you have to go to the petrol station to buy it. But this one, if you buy the Neon car, you don't even need to spend any more money besides this 368,000. Although it's quite a lot, but this is like permanent. Can you guys see you guys can't see my mouse moving, but in the middle of there, you see? It's quite a budget, I would say. Alright, let's move on to the next news. Let's have a look for Elon Musk. Here we go. China's foreign minister said welcome as Elon Musk arrived in Beijing. China has always been welcomed to visitors by business people from a variety of countries, including Mr. Musk, to welcome, understand China and promote multiple benefit cooperation, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said. Yesterday, I read a very interesting news. It's about Elon Musk said about BRDs. You guys know Elon Musk reply a comment on Twitter say it's different than years before. I can't remember exactly what to say, but it's pretty much saying they digged in back to the time about an interview and they asked about Elon Musk what they think of BRD cars, and Elon Musk say, have you even seen the cars? It's how could you compare to something like this? You know, my memory is vogue. So what they do is they dig into these short videos and showing to Elon Musk. It's getting virals because all BRD is a supercar now. They even make sports car, and they are the top one, very competitive with with Tesla. Speaking of which, I have another news. I can give you a prick. It's an Indonesia taxi car they just ordered from BRD instead of Tesla. We will go for that later. First, let's get back to Elon Musk. The Chinese Foreign Ministry expressed its welcome as Tesla CEO Elon Musk has just arrived in China. China has been welcome visiting by business people from a variety of countries, including the Mr. Musk, to be better understand of China and promote a multiple benefit cooperation, Chinese Foreign Ministry state. We are very welcome for all foreigners to come to China to visit, especially Elon Musk. China is firmly pushed forward a high level of opening up to the outside world and is committed to creating a Musk-oriented rule of law and interesting business environment, Mr. Mao said. So we all know we're just starting to be in this market, and Elon Musk is coming the first stop in Beijing, then he will come to Shanghai later. Guess which brand is he going to visit? Is he going to be visiting BRD as he's the biggest competitive brand? Early today, Reuters witness said a previous jet used the Elon Musk has arrived in Beijing, so he used his private jet. That's how people think he's arrived. Because we only got news from the foreign administration. Now, I have a giving part. Let's have a look. I have a Chinese version. Let's see what does Chinese people say. How interesting. Guess what? There's no official news from Tesla to confirm Elon Musk has arrived in China. But Chinese ministry, like people from our government, has announced he's arrived in China. Why do you think they want to hide it? This is very interesting. It actually took me 30 seconds to think about it. Think about it, really think about it. As the brand, they didn't say Elon Musk is arriving in China. Doesn't mean they don't want people to know their CEO or their founders has come into China to testing, to visiting other brand, maybe learning, maybe just check out how the Tesla doing, or maybe Musk is starting to worry about Tesla sales in China. Who knows? That's just some stupid guess from me. The Vietnamese from Ritu said that plant has identical tail number could be seen at Beijing Capital International Airport. They have the guess from identify tails number. So pretty much, let me see, can I find a picture of Elon Musk flight? Oh, you can't see, but they're observing he arriving by the tail, by the number of his private jet. The Tesla CEO last visit China in January 2020 when he showed off a dance during the delivery of Tesla first China-made tech model. Wait, what? He just showed off a dance? I have to look in this. Bear me a moment. I'm going to show you guys Elon Musk. Oh, sorry. He has the Tesla CEO last visit in China. Tesla CEO showing a dance. I have to look for this. So I know he does some very creative things in China. No, not only in China, but he often twists. Sorry. And bear with me, just 1 second. Oh, here we go. Elon Musk showing off a dance. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Did you just get that from TikTok? Oh my god, that just reminds me of how my grandpa danced, just moving his extremely stiff body part. Ugh, god, okay, I have enough. But he looks happy. That was from 2020. Let's get back to the news. Okay, 2020. So that's 3 years ago. His last visit was in China is 3 years ago. I wonder, can he still dance now? Consider all the other brands are spearing than him, taking over the sales in China. Maybe this time he will start to cry. That's also why the brand Tesla haven't announced Elon Musk has visited China. Well, back to the news. For all of 2022, the Chinese market contributed about 18 billion in revenues into Tesla, or 22% of its 81.5 billion in total revenue according to its 10K filming with SEO. Wow. So although Chinese brand is getting stronger every day, but Tesla still have 22% of Chinese. That's also why he need to worry about it, because he doesn't want to lose 22%. Oh my god, that's like a quarter of 5. The UK market contribute the 40 billions or 49.8%. Makes sense. You know, they're after all the American brand. As for why I say this Elon Musk should be worried, here we go. Coming out with Indonesia taxi operator buying 80% of EV cars from BYD. Instead of Tesla, they are using all their mobile car as a taxi from BYD. Why are they labeling Shenzhen? You see the car? There's a very small part on the top of it has Chinese character. Other Indonesia's people speak Chinese as well. You guys do I have any followers from Indonesia? So it looks like your taxi will start looking at blue and white. Most of the 500 EV to be delivered to Bluebird this year will be fueled by BYD. Approximately the E6 and TC3 mode are exclusive with Indonesia, company said. BYD will be the main supplier for the Indonesia's largest taxi operator electronic vehicle fleet as the Chinese new energy vehicle giant contribute to expanding our overseas market. BT Bluebird will buy 80% of its EV car from BYD, while reviewing its Tesla order as lower cost model win out of the country, Bluebird said in the report today. So the reason they're buying BYD instead of Tesla is they are also good but cheaper price. Most of the 500 EV delivered to Bluebird this year will be fueled by BYD, especially the E6 and T3 model, because they are better suited for the Indonesian market. Why would it be better suited for Indonesian market? I mean, they do look less fancy. Speaking from personal experience, I do take a lot of taxi in London, and most of them are Tesla. Most of the 500 EV to be delivered in Bluebird this year will be fueled by BYD, especially the E6. If the price is too expensive, it will be unreasonable for us to then change it to customer. So we will need to consider this, he said, adding, "We're using a lot of imported BYD mode as the price is suitable for us to operate in Indonesia." It is worth noting that this is not the first time BYD has supplied the EV to the Bluebird. On April 22, 2019, Indonesia related an electronic taxi trial program in which Bluebird at first introduced the BYD E6. So they just did the test on 2019. Then, at this year, after 4 years observation, finally they changed 80% of their taxi to BYD. The company stopped producing the sales of vehicle-powered electronic by internal combustion engine in March last year and switched to focus on producing plug-in hybrid and pure electronic vehicle. BYD sold 210 and 295 NEV in April, up to 98.31% from 1,106 and 42 units in the same month last year, up to 1.55% from 207 or 80 units in March, according to the data released early this month. In April, BYD sold about 14,000 NEV in overseas market, up to 11.38% from 13,312 units in March. You know the reason I'm a little bit struggling, a lot struggling with this number is I have no idea how big is it. Also, I have been dealing with a lot of numbers, but how big exactly is that? From January to April, BYD sold 53,550 units in overseas market according to the data modified. That's quite a lot. Sales from the January 2023. So looks like BYD is focusing overseas market. That makes sense because I haven't read much new BYD news in Chinese market. I know from AM, I know from Neon doing a great Neon launched a new car. But how about BYD? They haven't launched the car for a while. On May 25th, BYD signed a memorandum of understanding with Indonesia as its Shenzhen headquarters, aiming to exploring the potential for investment in Indonesia, particularly in the EV section, according to a statement from this person. The sign of the MOU reflect importance for the future step in realizing ambitions for electronic vehicle in Indonesia. When can Chinese taxis switch to all electronic one? That will be a question See, many country has banning the petrol cars just due to the electronic cars. Maybe that will be the next time for the Chinese one. I also have a adding part for the Chinese news about BRDs. Let's see what the Chinese one say. Oh, because BRD is keep chatting the Tesla stage, and Tesla have to lower the price for the Asian customers' demand, and this lower price has made them struggling for making more profit. And on the top of it, also showing Korean has taken 50 cars from BRDs, and they also consider the BMW version. Although the petrol cars still be the biggest part of the Bluebird team. The Bluebird team is the Indonesia taxi, by the way, and still they are slowly changing it to the new energy, maybe the hybrid one. Pretty much, and more news, just adding part for how Elon Musk has underestimated the BRD version, the company. So what you guys think? If you don't know BRD, you are missing a lot, because even Elon Musk consider it's a great competitive. You guys have to check out or follow my channel. I will definitely testing more BRD cars from now, and well, we are going to test more BRD cards. Which card do you guys like? We're probably not going to do the Tesla one, and we will coming up with the new cards. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock, I will see you guys at the same time for 5 minutes. I'm waiting for you guys, and we can do some chit chat. You can also leave some comments and talk to me about which car you want me to see about the most, and I maybe do some special news. Just dig the brand you love the most for you. And see you guys tomorrow.